Alright, what's going on guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we're actually not going to be working on any cars, but what I have behind me is a 1974 Schwinn Suburban 10-speed cruiser bike. And I just picked this up recently from a family friend, and man, I'm super excited. I think this thing is super cool. And something that you may not know about me that I'm going to tell you right now is I love bikes, almost as much as I love cars. This was something that I kind of did while I was in college, just learned on my own how to work on bikes. And this one's not the biggest nightmare, but it definitely needs a lot of attention. It's something that was just sitting in the back of the garage, pretty much just wear and tear, as well as just sitting for such a long period of time has really done something to the bike. But it has a lot of good things going for it. Due to the fact that everything on the bike is original, is something that I really like. It looks like it hasn't been really tampered with. And a lot of the parts and components are in really good shape, but there are some things that need attention. And basically the biggest part of it is just the tires, because they're completely rotted out. And it's probably not a good thing that this bike has been sitting for so long, because then things start to dry up and then you can't ride them anymore and enjoy it. So what my plan is today is to clean this up, and I already got the parts for the tires, so I want to replace those, as well as make sure to go through the derailleur and the cassette to make sure that it's still all working and goes pretty good. And hopefully we can take it out on the road today, because that'd be really exciting. With that being said, let's get to work. All right, here's an up close look of the bike. And as you can see, there's plenty of rust to go around on this thing, but it's nothing too crazy. You know, with some steel wool and some metal polish, I'm pretty sure some of this will come off. As you can see, the tires are just completely gone. I don't know if this is like mold or some sort of like chemical reaction, but these tires are absolutely gone. And they're pretty gross too. Let's check out the back. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, comment down below if you know what's happening to these tires, but I'm pretty sure that's like mold, but there's no way you could ride on these. They're just absolutely gone. And the cassette looks really good. I'm surprised it's not just like a total rust nightmare, but it looks really dry. This bike hasn't been ridden in a really long time. Just look at the derailleur and the jockey wheels. They look to be in pretty good shape. Just a little bit of surface rust, and I'm pretty sure all of this will come off eventually. Frame looks really good. These steel frames are like indestructible. Stickers coming off, but I mean, that's to be expected with a 40-plus-year-old bike. And it's even got the original Schwinn leather saddle seat, which is a real nice find. No crazy cracks or anything, but it could be reconditioned. And it's even got like this little saddle bag in the back, which is pretty cool. It even comes with a spider nest, which is always nice. But I mean, besides that, it's a pretty complete bike. I really like this thing. So let me take off the wheels and we can inspect the tires some more. Finally. Okay, so we got the wheels off, and basically what I did is I laid down some cardboard because I'm actually working on a patch of grass. And the products that I'm going to be using today is a heavy-duty degreaser, and this is actually called Purple Power. I use this on plenty of things and it really gets the job done, but I want to make sure that I don't do anything to damage the paint or cause any more rust. So what I did is I diluted it in a spray bottle about 10 parts to 1. And what I also got here is a multi-purpose lubricant. This is going to help us out later when we clean up the bike in terms of lubricating all the moving components, because there are tons of things that are moving on a bike when you really think about it. All I'm really going to do right now is I'm going to start taking off the tires, and I'm going to spray the degreaser in the spray bottle and just let it soak into everything. And here are the tires that we're going to be using today. And these are some old Specialized Tri-Sport 27 by 1¼ inch tires that I just kind of had sitting in the back from another project bike. So I lucked out that these actually fit this bike perfectly. And these are the new inner tubes that we're going to be using. And what I have here is just a basic tire lever set. And this really helps with taking off any bike tires. I'd really recommend it, and you can get this stuff from just like your local bike shop. All right, so here's the aftermath. These things are absolutely disgusting. These are going directly in the trash. There you go. All right, now we got the new tires and tubes on, and it's really starting to look like a bike again. So now what I want to do is I want to flip it over and bring it out to the front and give it a quick wash. All right, so I'm an idiot and accidentally didn't double check the tube and it just exploded. So what I'm gonna try and do is salvage the one that was on the old tire. It looks to be in okay shape, just so we can have something to roll. So I guess we have to go back to the drawing board. Hope it doesn't blow up this time. My ear's still ringing. All right guys, so I was able to fix the blown tire, which was a little bit of a nightmare as you can see, but now the bike is ready to go. And I do want to take it around the block real quick just to see how it rides. And then we'll wash it down and we'll just keep cruising, because this is a good day for it. So hopefully I don't fall on my face. Oh my God, I'm riding this thing. This is awesome. Does it shift gears? Holy smokes. It's squeaking like crazy. Oh, there's my neighbor. Don't kill anybody now. This thing is super rad. But it's still filthy and disgusting. So I'm thinking, let's just wash it off real quick. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy here. I'm just gonna do it like I'm doing a car. I'll probably just use the soft bristle brush, a little bit of car wash soap, and some water. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Oh man, this thing looks awesome. Now, what I want to do is I want to quickly dry it to just like prevent any more rust from happening. But I mean, besides that, it really helped bring the bike back to life. Just using a microfiber towel just to wipe everything down. Get rid of some of that dirt. And I mean, if you really wanted to, you could spend a lot more time detailing this frame and stuff, but I'm just itching to take it out on the road, and it's gonna get dirty again anyways. So it's not too big of a deal. Just enjoy it for what it is. Pretty sure there's spiders crawling in that bag, so I'm just not gonna open that, but that's cool. All right, now before I flip this thing over and start lubricating everything, another thing that I want to use is I want to use this mink oil. And what the mink oil is really going to do is just basically, it's like a conditioner for leather. What I'm going to do, shake it up, spray it on. Just let that sit for a few minutes.
A few moments later.
Okay, so after we let the conditioner sit for a little bit, what I did is flipped over the bike, and now what I'm going to start doing is lubricating the components. And what I'm going to be using to do that is I'm going to be using this multi-purpose lubricant that I showed you guys earlier. And all I'm really going to do is I'm going to just start turning the wheel. And what you want to do is you want to spray either directly onto the chain or any components that are coming in contact with the chain. So that means I'm going to be spraying a little bit of the cassette, the jockey wheels, the front sprocket, the pedals, and anything that basically is going to be moving. Especially like cable lines you can even do. I mean, this stuff is great for anything. But you definitely don't want to go too crazy with it, or else you're just going to have grease running all over the side of your leg when you're riding your bike. So let's get to it. Just, all it needs is just a little bit. You don't have to go too crazy with it. And now that I've done that, what I'll do is I'll go through the gears as well, just to make sure every cog gets lubricated. Do a little bit here, up top, nothing too crazy. And I mean, that's the big part of lubricating all this stuff that you really want to get. All the other places you can do, I mean, if you just want to be like pretty OD about it, which I kind of am, I'll like spray a little bit here on the gear selector just so it'll go a little smoother. Get this on both sides here. Get a little bit here on the brake lines. And I mean, that'll really do it. You can even get inside here with the inside of the cables, because this is going to be moving a lot. And right here. But you get the gist of it. This thing is so awesome. All right, and there you have it. We were able to put the new tires on the bike, make sure that everything is lubricated and cleaned off everything, and conditioned the seat. And it's starting to look like a contender for a bike show. No, it's actually not. But, for what it is, I think it's fun. And all I really wanted to do today was just take it out for a spin. And this is my first time ever owning a cruiser bike. So this is just something that goes down off the bucket list. But thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for the next video, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next one.